What's going on? This is My Life in the Shop. I'm your host, Donald Washington. Now, I got Javonne Clark with me. We're going to talk about unity in the black community. Javonne did a viral video, man, in which went all over the world, and that's where I first learned of Javonne Clark, man. I'm going to show y'all his viral video, man. How many views did that video do that you did?
I think right now it came up on my timeline the other day. It had about 7.9 million views at this point.
Wow, but man, it's an absolute amazing story. We're going to bring you guys that video that superstarted him on Facebook, and also unity within the black community. This is My Life in the Shop.
Say some shit to y'all that I seen yesterday that made me smile, but it hurt me to my heart. There's a house next door to me that's been abandoned, and the yard, the grass high as hell and everything. There's a couple of abandoned cars out there beside the house. Well, yesterday I get off work about 7 o'clock. A Mexican guy pulled up. He said, "These your cars?" I said, "No." He said, "I just bought this house, man." I said, "All right, that's what's up." He was like, "You know whose cars these is?" He said, "No." He said, "Well, I bought the house, not the cars." Okay, I'm like, cool. I'm thinking he just coming to look at the house. I go back in the house, do a little straighten up. I swear to God, I walk back at the house. Now I'm getting off about 7:20. It's fucking 9 Mexican trucks just pull up. They got fucking beer, lights, and shit, right? So I'm like, what y'all finna do? He said, "We finna fix this house." I said, "What kind of crew you got working after 7 o'clock? He said, "These my friends." The fucking house is fixed this morning. They went in there and drywalled that fucking house. Wow. I just left out of there. It was a fucking abandoned house. That bitch looked new this morning. Whew. It was an abandoned fucking house, and it looked new this morning. It's an old African proverb. Many hands make light work. I just don't think they're better than us. I just think we won't do nothing together. Wow. You're not hearing what the fuck I'm saying. It was an abandoned house yesterday at 7:15. That bitch is new this morning. He bought a tax lien house. I can't wait to see what they do. I can't wait to see, is one family gonna live in there? Is they gonna? I'm gonna get to know the motherfuckers. You best believe me, when I make some money, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bring us together, and I'm not fucking with a lot of people.
Wow, bro, that video touched so many people, man, and that touched me, because, bro, many hands make light work. We refuse to work together, and like I was telling somebody, we would have never done that. We would have wanted $5,000 each of us to fix on our friend's house.
Man, you know, brother, ironically, that's my first time watching that video again, because, like, once I make a video, I made it, you know, the last thing I thought was that would go viral. I have made videos, teaching knowledge and doing this, that, and the other. Videos that I was trying to make go viral, thinking I'm thinking right, thinking I've got the right topic. And that was one, brother, where I was just like, I go into the spot, I was cooking out of a little trap house, selling food, and when I saw it the next day, I couldn't even work. I went back to the car. I did not know I was gonna cry and stuff during the video.
Right.
Even seeing it now, man, it's like, yo, ironically, bro, you know the funny thing with black people? That video went viral because what I'm saying made so much sense.
Absolutely.
And I spoke from my heart.
Right.
And it does what it do for black people. It touches us for a moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Last week, a couple of weeks ago, we was R. Kelly casing. Then we was Kamala Harris's casing. Then we was casing for the little girl that got raped in Atlanta. Now we talking about the Empire Star that got raped. And it's just like, man, stuff touch us. And then it stopped, man. But to this day, man, like, that unity thing, bro, is something that we lack. But we have it in so many forms. You know, when Jordans come out, all across the nation, there are hundreds of people lined up in lines for Jordans. We get up at 4 in the morning, everybody got $200 in their pocket, and everybody committed. So,
you know what? And that's something I talk about on my show. Unity. You know, group economics, that's something that we don't understand. We spend 98% of our money outside of our community. We're the only group in the world to do that. Then we try to look around and find out why our children have no jobs. One of the biggest reasons why so much crime in the community is because there's lack thereof jobs and economic opportunity in our community, and our children have to rob each other, sell drugs. I walked out of my crib the other day and I noticed everybody except us is cutting the grass. And I went to the village and I asked the mayor, I'm like, look, how come 98% of the people in this community is unemployed, but we got everybody outside our community cutting our grass? And she was like, well, you know, the county put a stipulation on only certain people can have certain insurance to cut the grass. Like, that's crazy. But that's why that video touched me so much, is because, you know, we got that crabs in the barrel mentality. We do not want to see each other come up. And when it comes to working on somebody else's houses, it's non-existent in our community.
I think the American dream kind of got to us because I have another video on my page. It's called Mexican House Part 2, where you'll see I bonded with those Mexicans. They gave me a key to their house. You know, I only had one stove in the house I cooked from. So when I had big catering, they would let me go in their house and use their stove. So I did a video from their house. I think in the black community, we grew up like them. We grew up grandfather in the house, and it was about group economics. When hoods started doing houses, black people started wanting their own home, wanting their own space. And the things that we used to do that helped us come up, when Mexicans came to America and started following our pattern, we laughed at them. You know, we said, look at 10 Mexicans getting out of one car. Look at all the Mexicans in that house. That's how we used to be. And they kind of superseded us, man. Think about it. If they outnumber us in prison, then they took over the streets from us as well, you know. So it's a situation where we need unity to have a community, but at the end of the day, black people have all the tools and everything we need. It's just a situation we like. Trinkets, we like small things. Take it back to Egypt, to our people. We were conquered by Alexander the Great, one of the greatest civilizations ever. They got statues that are 150 feet high. They got mountains, they got pyramids, they got gold, but they didn't have an army. So black people, we are infatuated with things, trinkets, and things that make us look good, and beauty and pageantry. And that's why we don't spend the money on unity. That's what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. We have no discipline, and that's what I'm telling people. They will live 10 deep in a house, save their money, buy another house cash, help each other, and that's something we never had. We lack that discipline. I watch us beg for jobs downtown. I'm a videographer, so I watch downtown Chicago, they begging for jobs outside the mayor's office. Meanwhile, on Black Friday, we in there buying 6 big screen TVs instead of saving our money, stacking our money, buying houses cash. We too good. We too worried about being flashy, buying Jordans, buying gold chains, houses we can't afford. Do you know in Chicago, I think it's like 90% of us are renting, and this is all over the country. More of us are renting than owning houses, and we don't have the discipline like they do. And this is why I'm actually against welfare, because without it, like our grandparents, they had to buckle down and come together. They sold plates. If you go to Jamaica, every one of them got a hustle. You walked in, say, hey, I sell you the shirt off my back. They say, hey, give me $5. I'll give you this shirt off my back. And we not doing that. We not creating businesses. Go ahead, bro.
You know what, man? I think I have a solution for this. And I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I know I'm a very intelligent brother. I think that one of the problems in the black community is this. When you're oppressed and depressed and have to deal with oppression, the clothes you put on your back, what you eat, your sneakers, that makes you feel good. Now, I have a new suggestion. We need a black fund where somebody's entrusted, meaning this. It's going to be very hard to stop black women from buying hair, getting their nails done. Right. It's going to be very hard to stop black women from buying the bags and the shoes that make them feel beautiful. It's going to be very hard to stop brothers from buying cars and shoes and clothes and Gucci belts. It's going to be very hard. So I say we shouldn't say anything about how people spend their money, no matter how they get it, whether it's selling dope, working, owning your own business, whatever. My thing is this. Can everybody give $1 to the fund once a month? Because if you give $1, it's not like a black church. If you just give $1 and you're giving $1 to somebody you kind of trust and fuck with, you can't really say too much about where your dollar going. Right, I think the biggest problem with leadership in the black community, we've always wanted to tell people how to spend their money. And I can understand that because it would behoove us not to spend $15 million on hair or spend $9 million a year on Hennessy. It would behoove us not to do that. But since you can't tell people in poverty, in oppression, and that are depressed how to band-aid and self-medicate their issues, so I say, hey, buy all the fucking Jordans, buy all the fucking Hennessy you want, buy all the hair, waste as much money as we want. Right. But can we give $1 a month to the fund? Right now, there are 36 million black people in America. That's $36 million a month. We gotta trust somebody. I say a brother like me you can trust, or I'll go fuck with Killer Mike. You know what I'm saying? We have to get behind somebody, brother. We have to get behind somebody.
And so, yeah, and look how much money we gave, what, $92 billion to the black church, which they driving Bentleys and Benzes to their own pocket. They go to another community. They're not even in our community. But my thing is this. Look at our black celebrities. I just did a show on Mayweather. He got, I think it's what, 50 million in watches, bro. Chinese millionaires and billionaires put to their community. They're not out buying expensive watches, trying to be flashy, trying to show off. They give their money to their community. And then they shop in their community. They understand about group economics. There was an Uber driver I talked to, and they said, man, I got a Chinese guy, and I take him to Chinatown every day to go shopping, to go eat. They do everything. They got businesses in our community, but they'll never spend a dime outside of Chinatown. They got to be tired of eating Chinese food, but they'll never walk across the street. Now, I actually asked the subway across the street, have they ever came in here? He said, never, not once. Not once. That's what we have to understand.
You know what, brother? One of the things is, man, you know, as I get older, I just realized a lot of things I was doing was wrong. You know, I was taught wrong. And wrong is wrong, you know. The shit Floyd Mayweather doing is what he's taught. You know, not to disagree with you, but one of the things in the black community that other communities don't do, they don't look for their celebrities to be the spokespersons and the ones that speak up. And don't get me wrong, you know goddamn well I think Floyd Mayweather and everybody black who benefits all black people love him. We have the most swagger, we support, man, we love Mayweather, man. We love every black athlete. So I think black athletes and black entertainers should be doing something. But a lot of them just don't know either, man. They were taught wrong, they don't understand. So, you know, I just think it's easier for brothers like me and you to continue to do what we do, and we get behind somebody like Killer Mike, and we just give $1, man. You know, everybody black give $1. You know, Marcus Garvey started the UNIA back in the day with no social media and just for the newspaper, and people was giving $2 a year, man, and they ended up buying 2 ships. You know, they were doing great things. Now, I don't really fuck with Garner like that, but I'm watching what he was able to do. So, you know what I mean? I'm kind of like, man, that's one thing we ain't gonna do. We ain't gonna be able to stop us from doing stupid shit. We gotta point us toward one right thing. What's the one right thing? Everybody send $1. We don't care if it's all child support check, if it's all street money, dope money, basketball money. We don't care where it come from. Everybody give Killer Mike $1 and let's do some stuff. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go from city to city and start schools and nurseries and communities. We gonna grow our own food. We gonna do a lot of stuff. But trying to get us not to spin, to pacify our emptiness, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, brother, we too far gone, bro. Everybody else figured it out. We are too far gone. Something else I did want to talk to you, bro, about, and something because I do follow you on Facebook. I think I follow one of your pages off the video you did there. And one of the things that I was intrigued about is that how we fight for everyone else. However, nobody else fights for us. And I was telling people about that wall, who benefits from that wall, who doesn't benefit from that wall, and who falls with the wall, because we're the biggest ones fighting for it. But when the Chicago cop that just got off for he got 81 months from the Laquan McDonald case, that cop just got 81 months. I ain't seen not one status from nobody else saying how outraged it was. But we very outraged about the wall and who benefits who jobs and who benefits the least from that wall. Tell me about that, bro, because that was something intriguing that I seen that you was talking about that wall.
Okay. Now, the thing about black people, you know, I'm like the spook that's set beside the door. I studied the white man's knowledge and I studied his psychology and philosophy. The thing about black people that white people engage in is emotional attachment theory. See, black people are so emotionally attached to Southerners that we can't think straight. Now watch what I'm saying. I nowhere in that video said that I love Mexicans, that I want to be like a Mexican or anything. I said I admire Mexicans and their unity. I watched what they did. And I said in the video, I don't think they're better than us, correct?
Yes,
now,
absolutely.
My stance on the wall is build a fucking wall.
Right.
Get their asses out of here. Now let me explain to you how I feel, but let me tell you the backlash I get.
Right.
When the white man says make America great again, he's saying he wants America where it's easy streets for whites and black folks is doing all the damn work. That's what he means. He's saying I don't want these fucking foreigners over here. Because what he's saying is this. A black crew of 10 men will take a month to build a house for $50,000.
Yeah.
A Mexican crew of 30 men will take a week to build it for $10,000. Now, at one time, the white man and his economist said that was a good thing. Right. But then the white man looked up, he said, hold on, the Mexican makes $1 and sends 98 cents back to Mexico. The black man makes $1 and give us all of it back that weekend at the club.
Absolutely.
So what he's decided is, think about this. The white man put Spanish on everything for the Mexican to come in, to undercut us as a labor force. But the Mexicans do like the Chinese. They don't shop at Walmart or Food Line or Costco. They shop amongst themselves. So the white man is starting to realize it would be better to pay the black man a bigger wage because he's going to put the money back into us. Exactly. Now, the wall is a thing. Some of the wall has already been built. The wall is a thing that George Bush signed off on, Bill Clinton signed off on, George Bush II signed off on, and Barack Obama signed off on.
Right.
Black people don't give a fuck about Mexicans. Black people hate Donald Trump.
Yes, right. Exactly.
So our emotional attachment to hating Donald Trump says anything Donald Trump do, go against it and fuck it. Instead of saying, oh, okay. Now Trump talking about a wall, that means we gonna be cutting grass again. that means we gonna be drywalling again. That means we gonna be doing all the plumbing jobs, all the construction jobs again. It also means we gonna take the dope game back.
Right.
We gonna take the prisons back. So black people, we so emotionally attached. We hate Donald Trump so much. So we'd rather say we love Mexicans. We created a term not too long ago called brown people.
Yeah.
People's like all brown people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mexicans are allowed to check white on the census. So are Arab Americans. It says you and I must check black, non-Hispanic. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm all for a fucking wall. Because at the end of the day, when you think about it, if Mexicans outnumber blacks in prisons, then it's more illegals coming over here than anything.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Because at the end of the day, my thing was always this. You know, who's going to fight for us? We're fighting for everybody else, but nobody is willing to jump up and fight for us. So why are we fighting for anybody else? Is how I look at it.
I'm not fighting for Africa either. Africa didn't do nothing for us during the civil rights movement. I'm not fighting for Africa. Guess who runs the world, brother? China.
Yeah.
And guess what? China got a wall. That's why the United States has never had the influence and been able to penetrate China. China got a wall. Having a wall between the borders is like locking your door at night, brother.
Yeah, right.
You know what? This is what black people don't understand. No matter how disenfranchised we are, and how much we hate Donald Trump, and how much we hate that American flag, and how much we hate that American government, and no matter how much we hate that Pledge of Allegiance and that national anthem, this country is our home, and it's where we live. And the decisions that them white men are making in the White House benefit us blacks down the line. Right now, Donald Trump saying we taking the world back home. We not letting Japan keep exporting these cars over here. He blocked the NAFTA trade. No more free trade with Mexico and Canada. 25% tariffs on Japanese foreign cars, BMWs and stuff. Cars from Germany. So now people are going to be driving more Chargers. That's more American jobs. Now what I'm simply trying to say, brother, is at the end of the day is this. You can set free Africa all you want to. But this cell phone we talking on, you into stuff like this. It has cobalt, zinc, materials in there that if whites were not enslaving Africa, our phones would be $10,000.
Right.
So we have to understand the global economy. So we support America every day. Every time we go by Nike, we talk about cultural appropriation. We eat Chinese food, Mexican food, hot dogs,
everything,
hamburgers, pizza. But we get mad if a white girl gets some cornrows. Man, let me tell you something. We emotional children, and they called us minorities because minorities, the root word is minor. A minor is someone who can't make decisions for themselves. How are we the minority of the world and there's more brown-skinned people than anybody? It's not about numbers. Minority means you can't think for yourself.
Right. Wow. Hey, that's deep, bro. That's deep. And I talk about group economics all the time on this show. My Life in the Shot, I talk about group economics, something that we must understand and understand this. Our ancestors helped build this country. A lot of us don't look at this as our country. A lot of us look at it as their country. And that's one of the issues we have. Our ancestors helped build this. This is ours. And we don't run it. We getting ran over because we're the weakest people. Money equals power. And by us not running anything, we don't look at it as ours. And so by opening up the border, we saying everybody come on in, take what's ours.
Exactly, brother. You are so right. If there's anybody that should be laying drywall, laying pipe, and selling dope in America, black folks done died and bled long enough. There's no way I'm giving the dope game to the Mexican. There's no way I'm giving the drywall game, the lawnmower game. We're giving these games to them. They didn't die for this. They didn't bleed for this. These opportunities, these jobs, these government contracts should be ours, brother. And anybody that thinks different just hate the government. But guess what? We hate the government, but we will go to the government and get welfare. Now let me be real and understand. I'm a recipient of welfare. The student loans, the financial aid program, that's welfare. A lot of people don't understand that. Food stamps, student loans, all that stuff comes under the Welfare Act. So we hate the government, but we'll take their loans to go to college. We hate the government, but we'll take their voucher to live. We hate the government, but we'll take their WIC program. We got to stop being so emotional and say, hey, part of being a part of group economics is engaging in their system. In order to have group economics amongst blacks, we're going to have to stop doing stuff other than selling plates, selling hair, selling TVs. We're going to have to go downtown. We're going to have to get some businesses, some corporations, some LLCs, pay their taxes, and play their game. Group economics amongst blacks. Americans. We're going to have to stop doing stuff other than selling plates, selling hair.
Absolutely, and that's something that we must understand, and you know, somewhere down the line. But there's a lot of different issues, man, and I thank you, brother, because this video, man, and for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm going to show it one more time, that really touched the hearts of everybody, because this is something that we have not been able to come and do, you know, as you say. And his friends, he probably didn't even pay his friends. He probably said, hey, man, you know, the Mexicans next door to you, they probably said, hey, man, you know, I got this house, man. Why don't y'all come? Man, we're going to spend one night in this house, fix it up and be done. Many hands make light work. And we going against each other. One of the reasons why we hate to see each other come up is because we always been down, all of us. We always been down. So soon as one come up out of our community, we trying to pull them back down. No, where you going? We need you down here. Misery loves company. And so as soon as we seen one of our brothers come out the trenches, not even thinking about how if he come up, then I'm going to come up. Kanye West had two other brothers with him, and they jumped him at downtown Chicago. I bought their CD before Kanye West was famous. He was with the cat named Payroll. Payroll was the rapper. Kanye was the DJ. And Kanye West went to New Jersey, sold that track. They got mad at him and jumped him at a club, not knowing Kanye West about to be the biggest superstar in rap history. Had they not got jealous and jumped on that brother, they'd be on too. They'd be millionaires. But that crab's in the barrel. They was so mad that he came up trying to pull him down. Now they still on the streets, and he is a superstar.
Brother, I give you a perfect example. My wife was at the gym one morning and she just Googled me to see what was going on Google with me. And she actually came across the video that you had shared of me, and when you had featured me on your show via video. And when I saw it, I started watching your show and I studied your show, and I have a green screen behind me. I patterned my show. I patterned everything I did with my show after your show, watching your show. And you are exposing me to your audience now. I'm going to expose you to my audience. And that's what it's about, man. If you have a common goal, man, what's for you is what's for you. That's what I want to tell black people. Yo, what's for you is what's for you, man. And you got to get it. You got to get it. But like I said, every time a new Jordan drop, brother, we are unified. 4 o'clock, we up. We got $200 in our pocket, and we in line, and we behaving orderly. So we got some sense, brother. We got some sense and some understanding.
Absolutely, when we have that, and you know, and that's something else, because I tell videographers, when I first got into the video game, I used to hate seeing other documentaries that was way better than mine. It hurt my heart to watch it because theirs was so better than mine. But I had to, because let me tell you something, jealousy is a natural instinct every human has. Even millionaires and billionaires have jealousy. Is what you do with that jealousy. So what I had to do when I was filming my documentary is take that jealousy and throw it away. I had to watch other documentaries that was 10 times better than mine. So what I decided was to learn from theirs. I'm like, damn, what did he do in that intro? I'm going to take that. I'm going to find out. I even wrote, brothers, how did you do that? How did you make that the sky turn purple? How did you do that? And it hurt my heart to watch other shows that's better than mine. But you learn from the best. And so what I had to do was subscribe to other channels that was 10 times better than mine and say, damn, what did he do? You know what? I'm going to take everything he doing and I'm going to do it. But I'm going to also add to it. It hurt my heart to watch videos getting 30,000 views and mine ain't getting but 200 views. But you got to study the best, collab with the best. And people don't even want to collab in our community because we scared they may get more than us. But if y'all all collab together, then y'all all can come up together collectively. Why? Many hands make light work. And that's what I'm trying to do in our community is why don't we all just unite? And that's why I'm glad.
Let me say something real quick before you get out of here.
Go ahead, bro.
I want to say this. Forget the money. Like I got an idea. Everybody give $1. Hey, brother, watch this. We in the black community can create famous people by choosing to share their information. Say, for example, in the black community, we can choose to share my life in the Chi 10 times a day, every day, until YouTube come find you and say, what are you doing? We don't even have to put the money up, brother.
Exactly.
We literally can decide, yo, I like what this cat Javonne talking about, man. We just gonna share this dude. And before long, DL Hughley will have me on his show. Before long, Ricky Smiley will have you on his show. I'll be in Chicago. We don't have, man, let me tell you something. All we got to do is hit share, brother. We just would rather share the fight.
Absolutely, bro. I mean, even family and friends will be the last to support, bro. Bro, the last to support. I did a video on Facebook, and they did, over like 3 million views. It was shared 60,000 times. Bro, I got 1,700 real friends, actually 1,900 friends that I actually know personally, and about 100 close family members. Out of the 60,000 people that shared it, do you know how many family and friends shared it? 3. My brother, my mother, my sister, bro.
I went through this, brother. I went through this. I sold plates in Durham out of a trap house, and I would sell 80 plates a day, and only 3-4 people would share them. Sometimes it just boils down to this, brother. It just boils down to this. I got a rule of thumb when you start a business. When you start a business, write down all your friends and family on the list, right, that you think gonna help you, and then do this. Throw that shit away. So what it is, brother, sometimes people like you and they understand you. They just don't share you because they don't want other people to know they fuck with you. And that's what it is a lot of times. So I don't blame us. I understand. And that's why brothers like me and you can continue to do what we do, man. Sometimes when a person share your video that you have an opinion on, people say, oh, you fuck with Donald Washington. And it's like, I share this video. That don't mean I want to go out to dinner with the nigga. Like, come on.
Right, absolutely.
I shared Plies the other day. Plies said some dope shit. He said a lot of the shit he was doing was wrong. I shared Plies, and people was hitting me up. My age, like, you fuck with Plies? I said, I don't know the guy. He said something good. I shared. I ain't fucking the guy. I ain't partying with him. I just shared what he said. Like, people live, man, that's us. Emotional attachment theory. If I share your video, then people are going to think I think like you and believe everything you believe. Sad.
Before I get out of here, bro, I want to play that video, man, that touched everybody, bro. This is it, bro.
Say some shit to y'all that I seen yesterday that made me smile, but it hurt me to my heart. There's a house next door to me that's been abandoned, and the yard, the grass high as hell and everything. There's a couple of abandoned cars out there beside the house. Well, yesterday I get off work about 7 o'clock. A Mexican guy pulled up. He said, these your cars? I said, no. He said, I just bought this house, man. I said, all right, that's what's up. He was like, you know whose cars these is? He said, no. He said, well, I bought the house, not the cars. Okay, I'm like, cool. I'm thinking he just coming to look at the house. I go back in the house, do a little straighten up. I swear to God, I walk back at the house. Now, I'm getting off about 7:20. is fucking 9 Mexican trucks just pull up. They got fucking beer, lights, and shit, right? So I'm like, what y'all finna do? He said, we finna fix this house. I said, what kind of crew you got working after 7 o'clock? He said, these my friends. The fucking house is fixed this morning. They went in there and drywalled that fucking house. Wow. I just left out of there. It was a fucking abandoned house. That bitch looked new this morning. Whew. It was an abandoned fucking house. And it looked new this morning. It's an old African proverb. Many hands make light work. I just don't think they're better than us. I just think we won't do nothing together. Wow. You're not hearing what the fuck I'm saying. It was an abandoned house yesterday at 7:15. That bitch is new this morning. He bought a tax lien house. I can't wait to see what they do. I can't wait to see, is one family gonna live in there? Is they gonna, I'm gonna get to know the motherfuckers.
Yeah, you know what? And it's something we got to understand is when you know better, you do better, and you get next to better. But we too busy pushing better away. And one thing I talk about on my show is that we always look for a political way out. And my thing is, if we want to get it done and make our communities better, we have to do it ourselves. Is there anything else you want to say, bro, before we get out of here?
Man, it's just amazing watching that video again, man. You know, at the end of the day, it's more disheartening than anything because no matter how much we go viral for issues that make sense, we don't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? And I got 80,000 Facebook followers behind that. Before I could make a video, now every 30 days I'm in Facebook jail. So, you know, sometime I wish I would have never made the video because it's like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these guys that's going to go out here and just use that virality to make a living for myself. You know, I got people like, yo, you need to monetize this. You need to be speaking. You need to be doing this and you need to be doing that. You're going to lose your wave and you're going to lose your buzz. And I'm like, hey, man, I ain't get into this for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm an educated man. I got a career. I got a business. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take care of my family. But at the end of the day, man, I just want to say, I hope in the future, the things that we make that go viral, we kind of try to do something about it instead of just liking this shit and be hyped one day. Oh, he crying, and then the next day, fuck that shit. What's up with the R. Kelly case? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro. So, man, make sure you guys like Javonne Clark's YouTube channel. Tell them about the YouTube channel.
It's Javonne M Clark, Javonne M Clark, Javonne M Clark. You can follow me. I do a class each morning, every day at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called Bears and Bubbles. Bears and Bubbles University is about mental health clarity, behavior modification, and then dream manifestation. My Facebook is Javonne M Clark. I got a J.M. Clark page and I got a J. Michael Clark page. So if you follow one page, you can find me on all of them. You know, I got 3 pages now, man, because I can't stay out of Facebook jail. So, you know, I appreciate you having me on, brother. But Instagram, you can find me at Aggressive Church, because that's how I am. I'm aggressive with this shit.
Okay, and I want to say a few things, you know, in our community. Something I like to talk about is the solutions. I talk about the problems, and I watch a lot of YouTube channels and TV talk about the problems in our community. However, I talk about the solutions on my YouTube channel, My Life in the Shot YouTube channel, about the solutions. Because if we're going to get it done, we have to do it ourselves. I want to bring you guys This is my motto here.
How long are you going to cry and blame your oppressor before you get up off your knees and do it your goddamn self?
Exactly. How long are you going to cry and blame your oppressor before you get up off your knees and do it your goddamn self? And that's what I'm telling our people, is to get up off your knees and do it your goddamn self. Create your own jobs. Teach your own children. Don't let somebody else teach your children. You teach your children. Or they're going to still think Columbus discovered America. This is my life in the shot.
Hey, Donald.
What's up, bro?
Donald, if we shared your YouTube page enough, you would have jobs for us. You would have your own. That's what we don't understand. They're giving us the opportunity to blow. We just won't share ourselves enough.
Absolutely. Man, bro, I want to thank you. I definitely want you to come on a regular. Let's combine our YouTube channels, Facebook pages, and keep this going, because I want everybody from mine to come to yours to come to mine, and let's many hands make light work. No doubt. Hold on, bro. All right.